Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So, today is kind of just an update. I know I haven't really been on here in a while, but an update on one of our previous cases with Hear Their Voices in August, around August 4th. I'm not going to use the victim's name. We're going to kind of keep her as a Jane Doe because there's no need to keep victimizing the victim. So, we're going to call her Jane. Um, we began searching for a 16-year-old missing child in the city of Norfolk in August of 2022. Um, the child was located in Arizona. A few weeks later, she was brought back home to Norfolk. So usually in these cases, there's really not many updates. You find out that they were located safe, and that's usually where it goes from there. You don't really find out anything else after that. So I try to stay in contact with the families that we do work with because, for one, we try to offer support outside of just helping them find the kids. The child that left is not going to be the child that comes home. Thank God that the child did come home, but they're not coming back the same as they left, sadly. So we try to offer different support, different realms of support to the families. So, and just to gain more information, more insight on trafficking in general, because it's so hush and because you don't really learn much after the kids are located or after the trafficked person is brought back, there is still so many questions, so many people wondering what happened. Like, we know they're found safe, but what happened? How did this happen? Or how did that child end up from Virginia to Arizona? Or, whatever the case was. You know what I'm saying? So, um, we wanted to do this episode just to touch bases and to give a little knowledge and to trafficking in general. With this case, the 16-year-old had met someone online a little over a year prior. A year. For a year, this predator talked to this child on a regular basis. On a regular basis, he was her friend, her confidant, her boyfriend, her companion, the person she ran to, her solace, her everything, because she didn't feel like she had that anywhere else. He offered that to her, something that she didn't feel like she was getting anywhere else. So when it was time for her to leave home, it was easy for her to walk out the door. Like, they don't enter your home. They don't come into your home. They don't have to. They have your child so comfortable with them that they walk right out your door. Your child walks right out your door and right into the vehicle with them, right out their home life with you, and right into what they presume to be the new life with that person. So, that's where I want to start is knowing what's, and it's not hovering over, it's not just being more active and knowing what's going on with your kids and who they talk to, and um, being more aware of who they engage with. In this case, he had a questionnaire that she had to complete before to see if she qualified, basically, to be trafficked, to see if she qualified to be trafficked by him. He had a questionnaire. Let that sink in, because I don't know if a lot of people realize how serious this is. Like, he had a list of questions that she had to qualify to be trafficked. She had to qualify to be trafficked. Questions like, they basically told him that if I take you, will your family know? How long would it take for your family to know? Would they miss you? How far would your family go to look for you? How long would it take for them to realize you were missing? How close are you and your things that let him know that this family and this child is not that close. She may not be that missed, or she could be gone for a few days before they realize she's gone. Things like that are questions that they ask to let them know, okay, we got one. We got one. And that's, it's crazy. And these are things that people don't take into consideration. These are things we don't talk to our kids about. But these are real life things. Today he went to court. He's 28 years old. She's 16. She wasn't his first victim. Today he went to court and he was sentenced to 30 years. 30 years was the max. And that was with his plea bargain. Thank God for that. Federal court in Virginia, that this judge seemed fit to give him 30 years for taking her all the way from from Norfolk, Virginia to Arizona. But her life will forever be changed because he didn't just take her from Norfolk, Virginia to Arizona. In the midst of that, he sold her pictures, her nude pictures online to child pornographic websites. So these pictures will forever be out there. There's no way of getting them back. These pictures will forever be out there of this baby who even still is in love with this 28-year-old man who did all of this to her, who she doesn't realize did anything to her. And it's sad. And this is why I'm so big on mental health at the same time, because they coexist. They really coexist. They run hand in hand. And we have to do better by our children. We have to do better by the youth. We have to do better with society. So while he's in jail for these 30 years, and when he gets out, he still has to register every device he has with the government. He can't have any electronic device and not have it registered. It's still traumatic, Her life's forever changed. Her pictures are forever out there. 16 years old. And she's one of so many. One of so many. And I still sit back and I ask myself, there was a questionnaire. Questions. Do you qualify to be trafficked? Like, seriously, do you qualify to be trafficked? Does your child qualify to be trafficked? Because I really sat back and I asked myself, does my child qualify to be trafficked? Am I in my child's life enough for them not to meet the qualifications to be trafficked? Am I active enough? And it's sad because people don't realize that there are so many, that it's so regular, that it happens so often. And you wait for a predator to come into your home. You wait for the predator to be watching from down the street. You wait for the predator to be watching at the park. You wait for the predator at the beach. The predator's already there. They don't have to watch in those ways anymore. You don't have to watch for the white van anymore. The predator's on your child's phone. The predator's on your child's game. The predator's on your child's TikTok. The predator's on your child's Instagram, Facebook, all of those different things. And they're investing time, real life time, into your children. Time. A year and a half. A year and a half he invested into her. A year and a half. Like, they're not swooping in one day and stealing them the next. They're investing time into your kids so that when your child walks out that door, they're confidently walking out knowing that they're not coming back. They're leaving their cell phones. They're leaving their devices. They're vanishing without a trace because they're confident that they're leaving to be with someone who loves them because they're not feeling love where they are, or they're not feeling whole where they are. And that doesn't mean that you're not, as a parent, doing your part. That doesn't mean that you're not, as a parent, loving them. That means that something in them is not feeling that love. And that goes back to mental health as well. Because you can be pouring all the love into one child that you can. That doesn't mean that they're absorbing that love the way they should. And that means that we have to get them the help that they need to be able to absorb that love. So moving forward, you will hear their voices as well, especially me, doing more things. And I'm Kay. I know, I don't know if I said that, but doing more things in the community and trying to bring more awareness. I'm actually going to put on a few things coming up to bring more awareness to trafficking, because this is one of the things I really feel really strong about, is trafficking. It's one of the things I'm very invested into as far as the missing goes. So you will see me in the community more. You will see me in missing cases, traffic cases more. But really take heed and really think about some of the things I spoke on tonight about the questionnaires. Ask your kids some questions about the people that they've come in contact with. Questions they've been asked, things, the people that they've met, you know, uncomfortable, have uncomfortable conversations with your children. Not every conversation has to be a comfortable one. And make sure that you're practicing self-love and you're teaching them how to practice self-love as well. Because the self-love that you pour into yourself teaches them how to pour self-love into themselves as well. If you guys have any questions or anything that you want to add to these conversations, please, I'm here. I'm open for everything that we're doing moving forward. Reach out. Like, we'll always be open. We're on Facebook, Hear Their Voices. My number I'll have in the description. There's so many ways to contact us. And we don't just search in Virginia. We're all over. We've helped people in different states. Excuse me. So please have these conversations with your kids. And at any age, really. Because it's never too early to have the conversations. And that is something I'm learning every day. And I'm here if you guys need me. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and take care.